The debate about the proper and natural character of foot strike with walking rages on, at least if you're on YouTube. Is heel striking the correct way to go, or is it forefoot strike? Hi, Todd Martin here with The Walking Code, the channel where I try and help you learn how to use your core to move more effectively, more fluidly, and with lower impact on your joints. In this video, I'm going to show you some news out of BBC Australia that should convince you that heel striking is the correct way to walk, whether you're walking in shoes or walking barefoot. However, I know there's going to be a hardcore group of you out there that will never be convinced of this. And at the end of this video, I'm going to explain why I think that's the case. Make sure to leave me a comment and let me know what you think. Also, subscribe to the channel if you're not already a subscriber and you enjoy this content. Well, if you went outside your own home and used your own eyes, you'd clearly come to the judgment that heel striking is the correct way to walk. Virtually every healthy person in the world, in every country, walks with a heel strike. And all research evidence points to heel striking as the most effective and efficient way to walk. I've given plenty of evidence in other videos why I think that heel striking is the proper way to walk. And I'm not going to go into all of those details here. I will link the video above for those of you who want to see all of my arguments in favor of heel striking. People who comment on my YouTube channel saying I'm giving incorrect information telling people to walk with heel strike almost always give the argument that shoes are the only reason people walk heel first. And if people only took their shoes off and tried to walk outside for a single day, placing their heel first on concrete, they would naturally change over to a forefoot gait because the heel strike would be so painful they wouldn't be able to maintain it. Now, I've done this myself and haven't found that to be convincing. I'm perfectly capable of walking on concrete with a heel first gait with no problems at all. But I'm just one man, so I was really happy to see this news out of BBC Australia on people who are walking barefoot outdoors habitually for cultural reasons. I figured this would be a good way of watching some unbiased people walking barefoot for cultural reasons rather than people who were influenced by a particular YouTube video or the shoespiracy. Let me just have you take a look at the footage and see if you think this gives evidence for forefoot striking or heel striking as the way people will naturally walk when they go barefoot.
It's been called one of the weirdest, perplexing, odd, unexplainable Australian cultural habits.
There's a strain that runs through Australian culture. You can go barefoot and say, in so doing, I am living out Australian culture.
I think you can see from this video that all of the people who are walking around Australia, even on concrete, are walking heel first. There wasn't a single person in this video, and I'll link it below, that was walking with a forefoot first gait. I think that pretty much settles the issue of whether people, if left to their own devices and walking barefoot, would decide to walk heel first or forefoot first.
And if that's not enough, the founder of the barefoot movement is also Australian.
Some of the benefits of being barefoot are increased power output, better alignment, better muscle activation. We have over 200,000 nerve endings in our feet. And being out of shoes lets those nerve endings give our brain feedback. Getting back to a natural state and using our body how it was meant to be used is really beneficial, and it's really starting to get some traction. There's a lot more research now going into barefootedness. It's growing here in Australia, it's growing all around the world.
It's entirely uncommon to see barefooters in these cities. Most barefooting happens around beaches, parks.
So why is it that there are so many people who will never be convinced of this? I think there are a couple of reasons. The first reason is that people who have converted to forefoot walking because they were having heel pain or foot pain or some other sort of pain would have to necessarily blame themselves for the issue if heel strike walking is correct. However, if the whole thing about heel strike walking is a conspiracy of the shoe companies, then they would be blameless for their own pain. And so I think this is a very powerful emotional reason for people to believe that forefoot striking is correct and that everybody else in the world that is heel striking is incorrect. Otherwise, they would have to take responsibility for the development of their own problems. The other reason I believe people hold on to this theory of the shoe-spiracy is similar to other conspiracy theories, like the flat earth believers. No amount of evidence shown will convince any person who's a flat earther that the earth is round. And I think there is some emotional benefit to this also. If you believe that you are one of a small group of people that knows the truth and everybody else in the world is wrong, that could be a powerful emotional stimulant. It's boring to be part of the crowd of everybody else, but if you have unique knowledge, then you are something special. I think those are the two primary reasons that people hold on to the conspiracy theory that heel strike walking is wrong and everybody in the world who's doing it needs to change to forefoot walking for their own health. Now, I could be wrong. Leave a comment and let me know what you think, and I'll see you later. Have a great day.